Today's adventure begins by looking at this lighthouse in Spanish Fork, Utah, as the recording of this Sunday, June 5th, 2022. The mountains in the background, the traffic going by, my mom and dad making their way up to this landmark. We're going to be heading 182 miles south of here to some scenic countryside. Little family trip out of Salt Lake into Moab. Welcome everyone. TheDailyWoo here. File this one under travel day. We'll be traversing down to some pretty scenic regions down Highway 6 and then connecting with another road before getting to Moab, where we'll be spending at least a night or two in some accommodations there. And just no real rhyme or reason other than going to see some beauty. Mom and Dad heading down there with me. A little bit of a family trip. I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you? That's good. And reading this placard here, the first settlement of the Icelanders in the United States. Leif Erikson, an Icelander, discovered America in 1000 AD. 8 centuries later, 16 pioneers from Iceland established in Spanish Fork, Utah, and there is a Viking ship up top here at the tippy top of this lighthouse, which stands probably about 20 feet tall or so. It's kind of a nice little park. Got a seating arrangement over here and this rock which sets here, and quite a few, yes, a veritable plethora of information placards scattered through here, at least 8 or 9 of them. But the rock in question, it actually says right here, and it stated rock from Iceland. Right down here, it says rock from Iceland. This rock was removed from the shores on May 6, 2005 and brought to Spanish Fork. Stands as a symbol of commitment, courage, and sacrifice to those who left their posterity and legacy of faith, perseverance, and endurance. There's a lot less bugs out here today than yesterday. So far it's bug-free. Also a nice little array of flowers and gardens here. Okay, Mom, trivia question. You know a lot more about flowers than I do. Mm-hmm. What kind of flowers are these?
That I do not know. That's a snapdragon, the purple one.
That's a snapdragon?
The other ones, a lot of these flowers I'm not familiar with because it's a different area.
What about this one here?
I don't know that either. Some kind of daisy, I would think.
Daisy? But that's definitely a snapdragon?
Yes, and here's a periwinkle. We
periwinkle?
have those in Florida. We have those that grow real good.
Now, is that a snapdragon also?
Yep, that's snapdragon. Beautiful color too. There's another one up there. Different color. I have some of those blooming in my yard, in my house.
Some of these?
No, those up there. Those lilies up there.
Oh, those are lilies?
Are those petunias?
No.
What are they, Dad?
I thought those might be petunias.
All different colors of them.
Those roses over there? Is that a rose bush?
I took a bunch of those.
Look at those huge rose bushes.
This area has really got some beautiful roses
You
here.
took a bunch of them?
I took a picture.
I took a picture. I was like, you're collecting roses?
Your mom, the rose thief.
Definitely a lot different terrain than what you're used to in Florida, right?
Yes, quite a bit. You just have flat country there. It's beautiful. Look at the shadow on that mountain over there, the clouds.
Yeah. Another thing that's fascinating is this little parking area. But they had to blast their way through this to create this road. So basically they had to remove part of the mountain. You go right through the middle of the mountain in order to continue. to Moab. You see this a lot across the country where they use dynamite and whatnot to clear a path for the roads. Pretty amazing. And moved a few more miles up the road. Saw something pretty fascinating here off the side. At least a few hundred or more sheep, maybe even close to 1,000 sheep over there. I mean, it seems like an outrageous number. Take a look. A few hundred there. They are traversing up the side of that hill. And that's not even the bulk of all the sheep. There's a few more scattered there. And then a large congregation just nestled over there in the shade, even though it is kind of overcast. Listen closely. It's hard to hear their baas because of the traffic. That is so cool. Even more up there. There's so many of them. Notice how there are no power lines on these power poles. Got a train pulled over. Evidently the power lines through here are now placed underground or have been rerouted to another area. A little further up the way is this rest stop, pulled over here, and they have a display of how trains work with how the train turns around. And you'll see there is a train right there. I'm just guessing this signifies how the train will go to here, and this turning circle could have it go back the other direction. Turnstile? Don't quote me on that. This shows here the water tower where the train will pull up. Steam-powered train, and the water will go out of that into the train. I've seen this at Disneyland, obviously, over in New Orleans Square. And since this is not an active track, you can walk down it. See the circle here, and then all the variables for different directions. Number 435.
Hey, son. Nice to meet you here.
What are you doing here, Mama?
Look at this old train.
Got not only the U.S. flag up top, and then below it, the Utah state flag. Waving in the breeze. The birds chirping adds a nice ambiance too. see a train, usually what I'll do if I pass one, drive a few miles up ahead, find a place to pull off the road so that I can just station myself to get an angle like this. Woo! Sometimes it works out when you see them, sometimes it doesn't. This one just worked out. A little further on now, and as the traffic is going through there, we can see blasted through the side of the mountain. This is Bryce Canyon, and there's a little information here about the carbon power plant, which is located near the junction of Highway 191 and Highway 6, about a half mile from this site. The plant was retired in 2015 after 60 years and 5 months of dependable service. And I believe standing here, we'll be able to see that same train that I passed by and pulled over a few miles back, a little bit higher up than the other angle I had a moment ago, but it's starting to pull past that tree. Okay, I'm just going to be quiet. A little moment of quietness as this goes by. This is the town of Helper, Utah. Old sign there that says gas. And also this relic tucked away behind the old gas station. Classic rusted out truck. And that signage. Also another classic truck over there in that yard. Looking back the other direction with the canyons in the distance. And look at this rock all the way up top. Just balancing, right? Look at that, it's balancing up there. That is so cool. Now over to Wellington, and pulled over to notice this bust of Jefferson Tidwell here. In 1877, President Brigham Young called on Jefferson Tidwell to explore the country east of the Wasatch Range. Range, I should say. And this pioneer cabin sits here as a relic of those days. Right here in this park. Completely fenced off. Wellington. Continued driving for a bit longer, stopping off at another rest stop. This payphone, at first I got kind of excited thinking maybe it was an active payphone, but there is no cord or a phone on there, so there's a relic of the past that kind of sort of still exists. You get a pretty good view from this rest stop. It is elevated. A lot of rest stops are just right off the side of the interstate or the highway or freeway, whichever, but this is elevated quite a bit, which gives you a real good layout of the land in all different directions. Probably about 45 miles or so from Moab now, if I had to guess. 40, 45 miles. Just doing a little turn here. These picnic areas are always fascinating because you hardly ever see anyone picnicking. I've said that before. Look at the landscape over there. A lot of birds chirping up here too. You want to explain what the difference between a butte? What is a butte? We were talking about that on the way over, where we're driving.
Let's see, a butte is a raised area of land with a flat top and straight sides, and it's narrower than a mesa. A mesa would be where the land is like a flat area, then it goes up and then it's flat again for a long way. But a butte is narrower than a mesa.
So this over here would be a butte over there.
I would think so. But I'm not a geologist.
That's a real butte. That's a butte.
I'll start calling my wife that.
Noticing some of the fire ants that are here, or maybe not fire ants, but definitely do not want to get bit by one of these ants. That is their nest right there. They're just kind of roaming around the sidewalk there. Starting to get pretty close to Moab. Seeing these rock formations off in the distance. And over here looks to be what was a church at one time. We got a wagon, a stagecoach, Doc Hawk's elixirs over here. What a backdrop. Oh, snake oil. Look at this view. So beautiful. And if that's not enough, look over there. Got the silhouettes of the cowboys, cowgirls in the window. Beautiful landscape out here. Backing up, watching where I'm walking. There's the angle right there. Directional arrows to some of the other spots in the vicinity of the general store off there in the distance. And the ground is this clay. 9 miles to Moab. Also Kanab, Bluff, LaSalle, Utah Lake, New Mexico. That directional arrow is north. I don't even want to know what's down that way. Well, it states it right there. And we have arrived in Moab at the Colorado Riverway Bridge is the first thing we're stopping at as we're pulling into town, making our way over to our accommodations for the evening, a hotel. The bridge opened on May 16th, 2008, and you can walk across this. It's like a free little rest area. No admission needed to just pull over here, park, and walk across the river. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk down this and up that ascent and see what the view's like. Looks to be some pretty good bike riding through here. Wonder if they've ever taken their bikes down any sweet slides. Probably wouldn't be wise. No slacklining or climbing on bridge. No slackline. I'm not sure what slacklining is. No climbing on this bridge. Really is something else. Got a few boats out here, a couple kayakers, canoers, those who are canoeing, a boat dock over here to the side. Greetings. We've arrived. I don't know if there's a downtown, but we've arrived into the town of Moab. This truck looks like a four-wheel drive honcho here. Personal vehicle for rental? I'm not sure, but nonetheless. Greetings from Moab. You've arrived. Went ahead and checked in the hotel. Now made it over to downtown Moab. Look at this piece of artwork. It looks like almost like a wave flowing up. Now downtown Moab can be shown here. Here's a general layout of the land next to this quilting shop. Just a few city blocks here, a few town blocks. Gonna grab a bite to eat for dinner. Close out the day. It's a little sculpture. And we're gonna grab some food over here at a place called Pasta J's, but it seems as if everyone else has the same idea we have, because there seems to be quite a few people congregated out front. Got a name on the reservation list that it's going to be about a half hour, so we're just going to wander around until then. Kind of neat to rent one of these. Go around to the canyon country. Yeah, Pasta J's. Oh, is that a Sasquatch? Is that who I think it is? It might be related in some fashion to Bigfoot? Not Bigfoot, but that's the wild thing. Probably related. And this is the main street through Moab. In fact, it's called Main Street. There's the Moab garage over there. That's now supposed to be an espresso shop. I really like this store here with this, unique looking window. It kind of looks like something you'd see in like San Francisco or something. Just randomly in Utah. All right, have been alerted. Now heading into Pasta J's. And we have an outdoor table here, a little checkerboarded outdoor table. Kind of looking at the menu, they have an assortment of salads, pizzas, and then on the other side, different entrees. And at one of the stores, if we're walking into the restaurant, got a little magnet here. All right, going on some salads here. I went with the Caesar salad. You went with the house salad.
No, Daddy did.
Oh, what is this?
It's just ranch.
Just a regular ranch dressing salad. And Dad went with the house salad with what kind of topping? What kind of dressing?
Italian.
Italian dressing. And time for the entree. I got the house-made ravioli with all the additional stuff. Dad got the meatballs, spaghetti and meatballs over there. So you got the salad, spaghetti and meatballs. I got the house-made, I guess you call it homemade, but they call it house-made ravioli. And then what did you get, Mama?
Chicken tetrazzini with broccoli, I think.
And so a little side of bread there. Fettuccine Alfredo, that's what it is, right? Fettuccine Alfredo? Is that what that is?
It looks like that.
All right, pretty dang good. I really like my meal, the ravioli. I'm kind of looking at this like very unusual little face here in this sculpture all up the side of these three different sculptures that go up. You got some snakes here as well. And then up top, We got these. The thing I'm really being drawn to is this face right here, which is a happy face. That's kind of like after I'm at Pasta J's. That's how my belly feels, all happy. Okay, I got excited for a minute. I thought maybe there'd be a phone in that booth, just a bunch of stickers. There is the old-timey sign right there, the metal sign. And with the sun just about to peak and set over the mountains over there, the buttes over there, I should say, gonna end here at Lynn Ottinger's Rock Shop. Rock Shop. Because, you know, they sell rocks and, you know, rock and roll, so. Look at that sun starting to disappear. They have minerals, crystals, and gemstones. Right up here, nestled in this hammock. Well, is it a hammock? It's a metal contraption of some sort. With the neon open sign. They're open a little bit later, even though it's already 8 p.m. Maybe they're about to close. Nonetheless, looks very cozy right there. Dinosaur bone. They also have geology maps here, as shown on the there. They also have petrified wood. Anything on this table is $3. And then anything in here, these are $1. All of these items, like a fossilized clam is only $1. Kyanite, no price on that one. Picture sandstone. Wind rock is $1. And a tiger's eye, $3. Wow, and stepping in, take a look at this. There's a bunch of old lanterns up there as well. Now this is interesting. This bone has teeth marks from an allosaur. And up here is some sort of fish. Giant fossil fish swam the lake seaway of North America during the age of the dinosaurs. So that says. Now these items, this is from a cave bear for $750. You could purchase this. This is the noggin of a cave bear. And there's a wagon back here, known as the Utah Stone section, because that's currently in Utah. This piece of art is called Anasazi Pots in the Valley. It says it right down there. Here is a fossil cave bear. So this shows, and that says my head up top. Right there, my head. No touching or else. And I have no idea what that in the center of the screen contraption is. Right there. That I do not know. But I do know that that's gonna do it for today. Made it to Moab. Who knows what tomorrow will bestow upon myself and my mom and dad. Gonna find an adventure. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over. What is that?